I've been playing competitive games my entire life, and I gotta tell you, there's a lot of lessons that I've learned over the years that certainly apply to Marvel Rivals in terms of how to rank up and some of the key things that you can do to maximize your impact in any given competitive game. I call these the secrets of ranking up in Marvel Rivals mainly because these are things that I feel like are not openly being discussed right now, and they have an immense impact on your ability to have an impact on your team when you're trying to get those rank points. And so in this video, we'll be discussing these secrets. We'll be discussing these core principles, things that I've learned throughout the vast years of myself being a competitive gamer. And one of the things I want you to take away from this is that the power is in your hands to rank up and be successful in Marvel Rivals. The first and absolutely most fundamental rule that you need to understand to be successful in a game like Marvel Rivals and to rank up is that you cannot blame your teammates. This comes from years of experience playing games like Dota 2, Overwatch, and others, where blaming your teammates is a complete pitfall for so many players, and I understand why you want to. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Alex, my teammates are bots. They're absolutely terrible. You have guys that snap pick hella right as soon as the game loads. They go 1-14. They promised that they were going to take you to the promised land, and instead, it's nothing but tears and sadness. I get it. I've been in those games. We've all been in those games. We get it. The thing about it, though, is that with a game like this, there is one consistent, regardless of the team composition, regardless of the time of day you're queuing, regardless of everything, and that's you. You are the constant. You are the most consistent piece to every single team you play on. And if you consistently raise the bar and push your team that much higher, you will rank up. Because in Marvel Rivals, even if you simply say, I just got to win 51% of my games, and that's not even true with the way rank points work. Because if you're carrying games and you get MVPs, you will rank faster. But at its absolute core, if you're winning 51% of your games, you will rank up. And if you can't win 51% of your games, you need to look inward, and perhaps you're not contributing enough to elevate your team. But what the key conversation point here is that I don't want you blaming your teammates where you can simply be lifting them higher. It won't always work. There'll still be games that are thrown, but you are the consistent piece to every single game you play. You can make a difference. You will make a difference. And if you're an incredibly talented player, you're not going to be stuck in bronze. You're not going to be stuck in silver. You will climb out because you lift your entire team consistently. So I want you to focus on that. I want you to focus on the impact that you can have. You're going to have frustrating teammates. The opponents are going to have frustrating teammates. And you don't tend to focus on the time that your opponents, hella throws the game. You just laugh yourself to victory. I get it. But what I'm trying to help you to understand is that you can be the difference maker for your team each and every game. And if your goal is to rank up, then you have to take on that responsibility. You can't tilt. You have to be on comms. You have to stay positive. When was the last time you had a partner or a teammate yelling at you and you're like, yeah, I'm going to try harder because this guy's being a complete clown? No, positive encouragement, being a leader. Those are the things that will lift your team higher. And if you can do those things, I promise you, you will rank up. Don't play everything. If you're going to play Vanguard, play Vanguard. If you're going to play Duelist, play Duelist. But play the heroes that you have to master. Don't just go into a game of, I'll play Hela this time, or, I'm going to try Venom or whatever. Do that in quick match. If you're going into ranked and you're playing heroes for the first time, you are part of the problem. You're dragging your whole team down. You're destroying your own rank. And if you do win a game in your first game as Venom, it's because you got carried by the players that were committing to the process we're discussing here. You need to make sure that you focus on a couple heroes, master their nuance, and ensure that you can have the greatest impact you can on every single game. As I said, I only play Strategist. If I see an opportunity to utilize a team up, I'll switch to Luna Snow. I will switch to Adam Warlock. I will play heroes that I feel like gives us the best chance to win any given game. It's so important that you understand that mastering a specific role and mastering specific heroes can have a tremendous impact on your viability as you rank up. You need to rise above the rest if you want to rank up. And one of the ways you do so is just by being incredibly confident and incredibly tight with the heroes that you are practiced with. And on the note of putting in the work, there are so many things you can be doing outside of just playing Marvel Rivals to make yourself better. Something that I do is I actually commit to aim training. Whether you're using Aim Beast, Aim Labs, Aim-tastic, there's so many available on Steam, some of which are free. You should be doing warm-ups prior to your competitive games. You should be practicing your eye tracking, your mouse movements. You should be dialing in your mouse sensitivity, your DPI. I've seen so many players play with insanely high DPIs for no reason. That's not necessary. You need to have generally a lower DPI for proper aim in these types of games, right? So it's so important that you figure out your setup. You figure out how you can best prepare yourself for ranked matches. Warm up. You're not trying out for competitive varsity sports teams by just wandering into the field like, oh yeah, I'm going to try out for the football team in college or university. No, people that are on those teams, they've been practicing daily, sometimes, for years, in order to get to the point that they can confidently put themselves in the position to make those higher standards of play. Gaming's no different. Put in the time, put in the effort, train yourself, and you'll find yourself making better progress in ranked games. And also, that's the physical side, but don't underestimate the mental side as well. We discussed prior, don't tilt, don't blame your teammates. These are all the mental strategies we need to do. And there's also more complex mental strategies we'll cover in another video about like not going in individually, waiting for the team, proper positioning. These are all things that you have to learn with experience in Marvel Rivals and other team shooters. But ultimately, you just need to be cognizant of where you need to improve and focus on that improvement. Make yourself a better player, one step at a time. And with all that being said, if you're still thinking about how you can make an impact on your team, I do have something for you. This might be the biggest revelation of the video. Maybe this is truly the secret we've been looking for. And seriously, it's play Mantis. And you might be thinking, Alex, that's crazy. Why would just be playing Mantis? Why is a singular hero so important to ranking up? Hear me out. Now, I know I'm a little biased. The channel is called The Rivals Strategist. I only play Strategist, but Mantis is in particular a very important hero for the ranking process. And I'll break it down. Strictly speaking, you cannot think about Mantis as a support. There's way more nuance than that. She can literally out-damage DPSs. I do it all the time. I out-damage Moon Knights. I out-damage Star-Lords. I put up second or third most damage in a given game, winning or losing. I'm also healing for like 15 to 25k every single game while also doing insane DPS. I'm crowd controlling with my stun. I have an immense objective pushing ultimate that basically makes us invincible. She can single-handedly win a game of Marvel Rivals. She is the most broken hero in the game. There is a good chance that she gets nerfed. And when she does, it'll be then that people realize that Mantis has been the most broken hero in Rivals for the longest time. But not only that, what is one of the major things that keeps you from ranking in Marvel Rivals? It's the same thing that pisses everyone off. It's people 4-locking duelists, 5-locking duelists, right? It's crazy how people are so committed to playing duelists. And I get it. You want to snipe people. You want to get the knockouts. I understand. But you can do more damage than the people locking in duelist. You can heal your team. You can actually support your team in order to kind of get the dub, which is what you're after. And you're playing one of the most broken heroes in the game. I don't see the problem here. And I don't want to sound down on like the Vanguards, because if you're the best Vanguard in the world, heck, you're going to rank up too. I just feel that Mantis is the kind of like the golden ticket right now for ranked matchmaking. You're supporting where no one wants to support. You're doing more damage than your DPS. Like, she just has no weakness. And the crazy thing about it is, well, what if someone dies with me? What if Spider-Man dies? Well, then you just sleep him and you get 3 headshots and he's dead. Like, honestly, it's crazy. You get to counter so many of the meta heroes, especially in the climbing process. A Venom jumps you, you do damage to him. As soon as he's about to pop his shield, you stun him, you kill him. It's crazy what you're able to do with this hero. It's incredibly versatile. Not only that, anytime you're fighting, you're self-sustaining. You're doing incredible amount of damage. The damage, literally her attack does not have a damage drop-off, and you're self-healing the entire fight. It is insane what Mantis can do from a self-sustained perspective. She can solo carry games, and I want you to really consider what heroes you're picking. Because if you're the one picking Hela right away and promising your whole team you're going to go 40-1 and then you go 3-16 or whatever, you're part of the problem. You need to focus on how you can give yourself the best chance to rank up. But right now, in the launch window, especially as Marvel Rivals matures, there's a good chance that playing Strategist, especially one as high impact as Mantis, will be the golden ticket to ranking up, because you simply have the greatest impact you can on the game. At the end of the day, you have to hold yourself accountable. You can't control your teammates, you can't control how they play. The only thing you truly can control is the impact you have on each individual game of Marvel Rivals you play. Whether it's the positive comms, whether it's the excellent play, whether it's the refined strategies, all those things add up to allow you to rank up more successfully. Do not discount any of those things, improve on each of them, and I promise you, you will rank up. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on that next one.